Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I would like to talk to you about Allah's promised messenger of the covenant. Um, I have a full video about the messenger of the covenant. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend that you watch it. If you want to understand the end time event and the prophecy and the things that will be happening towards the end, you really have to understand two things. One thing is Allah's messenger of the covenant, and the other thing is the promised nation of the Lord. And then the third important item, in addition to those first two that I mentioned, that you have to understand the topic of the promised Messiah. So you have to really have, it's a triangle. You have to understand these 3 points in order to be able to fully comprehend the messianic or the end time events. So verse number 6 of chapter 61, it says, and mention, وَإِذْ قَالَ عِيسَى ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ, when Isa, son of Maryam, said, O Israelites, indeed I am the messenger of Allah to you, confirming what came before me of the Torah. وَمُبَشِّرًا. So this is where I want you to pay special attention to. It says وَمُبَشِّرًا, and bringing glad tidings, بِرَسُولٍ, of a messenger, يَأْتِي مِنْ بَعْدِي, comes after me. Again, please pay attention to this structure. Min ba'di, that comes after me. Ismuhu, his name is, what is his name? Ahmad. It's a very simple name. It's a very well-known name. There's a name, Ahmad. So basically, Isa, son of Maryam, the promised Messiah, is telling the Israelites that I'm giving you the glad tidings of a messenger that comes after me. No one knows how long after him. It might be 50 years, it might be 100 years, or it might be several thousand years. The Messiah does not specify the time. It says only after me. So sometime after him, this messenger comes whose name is Ahmad. So you will know this messenger from his name. His name is Ahmad. And Allah chooses to introduce the promised messenger of the covenant through the mouth of the Messiah, because the messenger of the covenant, Ahmad, will be there when the Messiah descends. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of that. We are going to get to that through both the Quranic and biblical prophecies later on. So I'm not going to go through the details of that. But I want you to know. So, however, several people commented on that video and said that no, this says Ya'ti min ba'di. Basically, after me. Because of that, it's Prophet Muhammad, because Prophet Muhammad came right after Isa, and basically Ahmad is the other name of Prophet Muhammad. So I want to demonstrate to you, first of all, it's impossible. This is a completely different name. Ahmad is a completely different name than Muhammad. If that's the case, then the Quran and the Messiah, they both made a mistake. So Prophet Muhammad has a name. His name is Muhammad. It's in the Quran. It's everywhere. Everyone knows. Ahmad is a different name. It's like as if we say that Hassan is the same as Hussein. They were one people. The Hassan and Hussein did not exist. It's just they were one people. It's just that doesn't make sense, right? However, the question is min ba'di. Does it mean this min ba'di that I wrote here for you, does this really mean right after the prophet? Or does it mean, but sometime after the Messiah, there will be a messenger of Allah whose name is going to be Ahmad? It doesn't have to be right after him, right? It doesn't have to be right after the Messiah, sometime after him. And I want to demonstrate, I want to prove to you from the Quran, if you want to, if you choose to believe in the Quran, that that's not the case. Min ba'di does not mean right after me here. It means sometime after me. So, and I'm gonna prove this with another verse from the Quran. Okay, let's read verses number 29 and 30 of chapter 46. It says, and mention when we directed to you a few of the jinn. So he's talking to the Prophet Muhammad. It says, وَإِذْ طَرَفْنَا إِلَيْكَ نَفَرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ. Listening to the Quran, and when they attended it, they said, listen attentively. And when it was concluded, they went back to their people, to the other jinn, to the community of jinn, wherever they are, as warners. Now this is where it gets interesting. It says, قالوا, they said, Ya qawmana, O our people. So this is the community of the jinn. Indeed, we have heard a book, unzala, revealed, or basically sent down, min ba'd, after Moses. So this is what I want you to pay attention. Min ba'd Musa, right? It means a book revealed after Moses. So it's talking about the Quran. We know that it's talking about the Quran, right? It's talking about the Quran, and we know that Prophet Moses is several thousand years before Prophet Muhammad. I think it's just, you all know that, right? So if that's the case, if what some people commented is the case, if min ba'di means right after me, what this means is that Quran was revealed right after Moses, right? I'm drawing this arrow so you can see, because it says min ba'd Musa. It means it means Moses was here, and right after Moses the Quran was revealed. Correct? But we know that that's not the case. After Moses, there were several prophets. We had, obviously, Prophet Moses. We had, after Prophet Moses, we had so many prophets. I just wrote some of them here. We had Joshua, some of the major ones. We had Prophet Joshua, we had Prophet David, we had Prophet Solomon, Elijah, Isaiah, Imran, we had Zechariah, we had Jesus, we had John the Baptist. And then after Jesus, after Prophet Isa, we had Prophet Muhammad. Each of these prophets had their own books. We know about the Psalms of David, for example. We know about the book of Isaiah. We know about the Gospels. So each of these prophets have their own books. So Quran was not revealed right after Moses, because if Quran had been revealed right after Moses, what it would have meant is that Prophet Muhammad was sent right after Moses as well. Now my question for you is, was Prophet Muhammad sent down after Moses? Very simple, yes or no? I am hoping that you understand enough of the Quran to say that no, Prophet Muhammad was not appointed as a messenger or as a prophet right after Moses. It was actually, in fact, many thousands of years after. And that there were many prophets between Prophet Moses and Prophet Muhammad. And there were many books revealed between Prophet Moses and Prophet Muhammad, correct? But what does the verse tell us? That inna sami'na, we heard a book revealed min ba'd Musa. Uses the exact same thing, min ba'd. It means after Moses. My point is, what I'm trying to teach, what I'm trying to make you understand, is that min ba'd does not mean immediately after. Please listen carefully. من بعد does not mean immediately after. It means what? Sometime after. That's what it means. It means sometime after. I'm hoping that is clear, because thousands of years has passed between Moses and Prophet Muhammad. Several prophets, as I have demonstrated, and again I'm sure that you know that as well, have been sent and appointed between Moses and Prophet Muhammad. And there has been several books between the book of Moses and the Quran, between the Torah and the Quran. Correct? So, min ba'de does not mean immediately after. So, by the same token, here, when it says mubashir, it means giving the glad news, be rasulin, of a messenger, ya'ti, that comes, min ba'di. Right? Min ba'di. Min ba'di does not mean immediately after. It means what? It means sometime after me. Sometime. There might be between Isa and Allah's promised messenger of the covenant. There might be several other messengers. I don't know. I don't have that knowledge. But sometime after Isa, sometime after Jesus Christ, the Messiah, there will be a messenger whose name will be Ahmad. And that's not immediately after. I'm going to cross this out. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean immediately after. It means sometime after. And if you ever forget it, I'm going to go back to that verse. I know some of you are going to get bored, but I just don't want to get that comment again. So I'm going to go after it one more time, review this, okay? The verse tells us we heard a book that was sent down min ba'de, after Musa. What book are they talking about? About the Quran. Now, was the Quran sent down after Musa, after Moses? No, it wasn't. Not right after that, not immediately. It was, sure, yes, of course, it was sent down after, sometime after, but not immediately after. And that's what I'm trying to impress upon you. Min ba'de does not mean immediately after. It means sometime after. So sometime after Moses, Quran was sent down. But between Moses, between the Torah and between the Quran, there were so many other books. There was the book of Joshua, book of Prophet David, book of Prophet Solomon, Elijah, book of Isaiah, Zechariah, and then Jesus, obviously, Gospels, and then Muhammad. So it's sometime after, okay? I'm hoping that this was clarified for you, because this concept of Allah's promised messenger of the covenant is really important. It's really important that it's actually in the Bible. It's in the Quran. And Quran actually tells us the name of this promised messenger of our Creator. So don't let the devil deceive you in regards to Allah's messenger of the covenant. At the end, I want to end with this verse from the Quran. It says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. Means do not be like those who forgot Allah, and Allah made them forget themselves, and they are definitely the disobedient ones. And he's talking about, obviously, the worshippers and the followers of Akbar. Anyway, peace and blessings to all of you.